Hey everyone, thanks for coming back for another swatch video. I can't wait to swatch this MAINSTAGE It's a Vibe palette by Profusion. I have a Profusion haul that highlights when I got it. Let me figure out where the little thing is. Okay, these are kind of stuck on. They don't really peel. I first wanted this palette. Sorry about my nails. That's just the kind of person I am. I wanted this palette for these three glitters here, and you'll see why in a minute. But the other thing that got me are these gradient blushes. I have a concealer in my hands. I swatched some purple lipsticks, so I'm trying to get my arm back to a clean slate. I really don't know what to expect from these shadows. I'm going to start at the top left and go down. We'll see how many I can fit. There's basically 25 because there's two different sides to these blushes. I don't think I can fit 25 on my arm, but we'll see. So here we go. Alright, so I tried to create a blank slate here with some concealer. I think it evened it out, but it still looks red to me, so we'll have to see how that translates. Let's see what this palette is all about here. The top purpley pinky blush is called Good Vibes. Here is the first one, and unfortunately it's not showing up very well. I don't think it's necessarily the concealer underneath though, because I think it's just my skin tone. This obviously looks pink. Well, to me it obviously looks pink, and this looks more purple. That's what it looks like in the pan as well, so I'm not surprised. They're going to look different on different skin tones. You know, they always do. General disclaimer for that. The next one looks like a peach. And it is, again, close to my skin tone. So that's very pretty, though. It's called Wristband. Next one is called Playlist. It's a pretty aqua teal, very light. I know these shadows are also buildable, so I'm not really worried about that. The next one's called Lineup. It has a pretty little star in it. I'm gonna have to push harder. I don't want to mess up the print on the top. It's so pretty, but I think I have to. All right, so I don't know if I'm not pushing hard enough or this one is just very sheer. Interesting. But I mean, you get the point. Next one looks like it has some shimmer in it. It's called Friends. Ooh, this is exactly the lavender that I was replacing in my 2023 project pan. And it's got some shimmer in it. It reminds me of the little Animal Crossing thing by ColourPop that I got. I think part of the problem is my arm, and part of the problem might be the actual shadows are a little sheer, which is not really the case that I found with the other ones. With Profusion. This one's called Friends, this purple one. This one's called Headliner. Again, sheer. It's a sky blue. It's another one with a star in it, though. Next one's called Crowd Surf. Ooh, I like that. It's a powdery slate blue. And then we have our first true shimmer called Selfie. All right, Hello Pigment. Really cool shimmery lime green. You know, now that I think about it, I think some of the other Profusion palettes, the shimmers, were better than the mattes as well. This is a very pretty pastel kind of storyline here. Trying to get the shimmers where pans so that I don't rock the table while I'm talking, which I'm probably doing right as we speak. Next one is called DJ. This is a very pretty, like, radioactive green. It's buildable. It's buildable. I'm not really worried. These look sheer, but maybe I'll swatch them again some other time. This is called Mood. The champagne, more of a metallic than a shimmer. It's a little hard in the pan, so I'm not picking up much of it. Next one's called Lost. There we go. Boom. Shimmer pigment. Interesting. Then we have an orange called Sunset. Ooh. Hello, Matt. There you are. Okay, next one is another one with a star in it. It's called VIP. We go here. Very pretty. And then Hype is the next one. Oh, gorgeous. Absolutely opaque. All right, so take from that what you will. Look at how pretty this rainbow is, though. And it's a very kind of muted rainbow color palette. I, of course, really like this. And I haven't used this one yet, except for the glitters. So this is actually rows 1, 2, and 3. Let's go try the last two. Okay, I decided to skip the concealer for this one. Let's just keep going. Next one is called Fanny Pack. There we go. Maybe the problem was the concealer underneath. I'll try, if I have room, I'll try some of those top ones again. Next one's called Escape. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh. One swipe would be all you'd need for your eyes. Wow. It could also be that the darker pigments are going to be more opaque. Next one is one with a star in it. It's called No Sleep. Interesting. It's like a darker version of that powdery blue we had before. Am I thinking of the word pewter or powder? I don't know. Either one would kind of fit. This one's called Festival Grounds. A little more sheer, but definitely buildable. It's kind of a dark teal. And we have what looks like a bright yellow called Memories. It sure is. Yellows can be hard to formulate, I think. I've come across a lot of yellows in the last month, both on purpose and accidentally, and they can be quite sheer. It's hard to get a nice bright yellow. Let me know if you have a palette that has like extremely bright yellows, like that kind of yellow. Like we have plenty of golds. We have plenty of yellow palettes. But anyway, all right. So before I do the glitters, I'm going to go ahead and do both sides of this blush. If I didn't say, the yellow was called Memories. And then the blush is called Artist Past. Here's the darker side. Wow. It reminds me a lot of a Koki blush that I just got. Look at how gorgeous these bright colors are. Getting a little kick up on this one. And then this is the other side. Oh my gosh. That's gorgeous. This is, let me try this peach up at the top again. You know what? First, let me mix those two colors together and see what we get. So this is, oh wow, you can like literally see both. Yeah, it makes sense. You know, in between, they mix well. Let me try that peach called Wristband at the top again. No, it's still pretty sheer. It's also just my skin tone. So I don't know. It'll look different on you, I'm sure. I have cool undertones with some olive, which is weird. Let me try this blush up here again, up at the top, called Good Vibes. Then I'm going to also mix that together. Okay, it's coming off a little better. Wow, that's like a pretty lilac with those two combined. Okay, I didn't leave room for those glitters. So let's go on the top side, because these things are they're gonna go anywhere you put them. All right, so the ad for this palette on Facebook got me. I'm not gonna lie, it got me. And it got me when it was a finger swatching these glitters that I'm about to show you. I call them glitter gels because it's more than just a pressed glitter. It's a gel, like in the pan. They move around quite a lot. And some of them get very sticky and others don't. This one is called Silent Disco. I hope you can see the moons. The chunky glitter is in the shape of moons in this one. It looks white in the pan. It throws all kinds of shimmer out here. Green I'm seeing, pink I'm seeing. It's just stunning. Be careful with the chunky glitter because that can mess up your eye if you get it in there. But honestly, I haven't had issues with it. A little bit of fallout, but it's a gorgeous topper. And if you really get your finger in there, you can get it that white color, but you really have to pack it on. And I'm not trying to hit pan yet. The next one is called Strobe Lights, and it's similar, except it's stars, and it's blue. Oh wow, the blue didn't really carry over at all. So what I would do with this one is put a blue powder down and then put this over it. So this one's moons, this one's stars. Be in the shot? Yep. I'm surprised it's coming out so sheer. Don't buy what you see on ads. I'm happy with this palette. I'm not gonna, like, I'm still very satisfied that I got it. The last one is called Backstage, and it's just circles in the chunky glitter as far as I can see. Oh, there might be some hearts in there. They're in the bottom. That's interesting. All right, there's some pigment with it. Yeah, there's hearts in here. Oh, I didn't see that the first time I swatched it. I need to try to get these a little bit more opaque. I want to save them for my eye, but like, they look so pretty in the pan. Let me bring it up and I'll just show you next to them. Gotta rinse my fingers off first though. Look at that. It's very different, to be sure, on the skin versus in the pan, but as a topper with like the base color underneath, it would look gorgeous. And then this was Rose 4, and a couple bonus colors and these blushes here. All right, so you can see how easily this palette gets dirty. The stars are cool, but it's a little hard to rub, you know, like I don't want to rub the print off, but I have to rub hard enough to get it out as a swatch. So maybe a brush will be a little better for that. Definitely a base color for these. In love with the gradient blushes. They really look pretty together too. And overall happy with the kind of muted rainbow that this is. So thanks for checking out the Profusion MAINSTAGE. It's called It's a Vibe palette. I thought the MAINSTAGE thing was the line and not the palette, but I'm a little unclear on that. Is it a MAINSTAGE palette, or is it It's a Vibe palette, or is it both? I don't know, but thanks for watching this video. Go check out the rest of our swatch videos. We're going to have a ton of Profusion coming up, and there's already quite a few Profusion palettes on the channel, so we hope you enjoy that. We hope you enjoy this video, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye. I don't know if my pajama pants ended up in the shot or not, but that would be funny if it did.